Thank you. Good morning. So this is the first time I presented my new role. So this is a relatively quick slot, just a quick update on where we are with products and what we are doing and what we are not doing. So the first slide is those are two products which we talked about in the past, and we talked to quite a few members about it. The first one is to make FortiGig available for member ports. We haven't really seen much demand from members for that. So at this point in time, we decided not to move forward with this. The second one is bidirectional optics on the London LANs. So we made that available in Manchester in 2017. So pretty much 3 years ago now. And we have seen relatively low uptake on it. So far, we have 3 10 gig ports and 4 1 gig ports, which are provisioned in Manchester using bidirectional optics, which is a very low number in relation to the number of ports we have. And we had relatively little feedback from members. There are 1 or 2 members who showed interest, but we, at this point, we don't think we can justify the additional overhead that it brings us, especially the way in a lot of sites where we pre-cable member ports. It would really mean that we would need to pre-cable ports with both bidirectional optics and regular optics. And so again, at this point, we will not go forward with making that available on the London LANs. We're happy to review it over time, based on member feedback, but at this point in time, we're putting that on hold. It will stay available in Manchester for now, but we're leaving it away for the London LANs for now. The next topic, and Richard already mentioned a little bit, it's there's quite a lot of work happening around the portal and making the portal more interesting for all of you, for all of the members in different forms. You've seen quite a few features that have been added over the last couple of months. The order forms, which we think are much more useful now, that they have been moved over to the portal, especially if you want to make changes to existing services. You actually have the list of your service and can make modifications to it. It also brought with it quite a lot of improvements that we're keeping adding to in the way the order process actually works at the back end, from making the orders go straight into our back end systems and removing a lot of manual work that was previously involved there. You can see at any point the list of all of your services, including all of the cabling, and if you have colocation, the invoices are available now. You can manage your users with access to the portal. Again, on all of these, there's continuous improvement on them, and we keep adding functionality to them. We have also kicked off a bigger project to overall improve the UI UX of the portal. We're actually working with an external company who has also done a number of interviews with some of our members to get feedback on what functionality they want, what they see working, not working on the current portal, and there's quite a bit of member survey that goes around there. We have a list of initial changes that we'll probably implement over the coming months, but then there will be more fundamental changes to the whole layout and functionality that is added to the portal at the beginning of next year. And performance, we know that gets raised quite often, especially in regards to access to the SNMP and flow stats on the port. So there's work also happening in the background to improve that wherever we can. So quite a lot of work happening there in the background, and all with the goal of making it more useful to all of you. And as always, feedback is always welcome, and feature requests are certainly more than welcome. And last but not least, a little bit about products that we're currently working on. So we launched Private VLAN quite a while ago, and we have a couple of members who started to use this. So it's basically a layer 2 service between two different members, which is, even though it's carried over the same fabric, at the moment it's only available on one, but we'll extend that to LAN 2 and other exchanges as time goes by. So it's delivered over the same fabric. It's technically implemented as just a VPLS instance for each service. And there's a number of use cases that we have for members who were asking for a service like this for quite a while. Closed user group, which is pretty much ready and will also be available very shortly, is very similar. It's variation to it, just instead of being restricted to a pure point-to-point link between two member ports. This is, well, multi-point for a group of members who decide they want to have a service that they all participate in. It can be either a service that one member offers to other members, but there's a number of use cases there that we have seen over time that there is demand, and both of these they're very simple, structured from a billing point of view. There's one-off charges to set them up, and there's a bandwidth-based charge for it, but they're simple and easy and allow you to get more value out of your ports, or additional ports if you want to do so. Based on the work that we have done on these services, it is obvious that the follow-up to that is again, and it's based again on member demand, especially a certain group of our members, which is for Links to offer direct layer 2 connectivity to a number of cloud providers. We currently provide that to a very small number of members, but we do it completely off net. So we work with partners in the data centers, and the members have to use dedicated ports for this service. So the idea here is to bring that onto our fabric, and again allow you to use your existing ports or new ports if you prefer to do so, to get a direct layer 2 connection to the different cloud networks that are out there. We'll initially launch it with probably a limited number, the most asked for ones, which at the moment it looks like we're going to start off with Microsoft and Amazon, and then over time we'll add other cloud providers to it based on demand, and we might either do that direct, where we have the direct on-ramp to those cloud providers, or we might be working with an existing partner to establish those connections to any of the others that we see demand for. In addition, slightly different product, and again a bit more of a niche product, but there is a certain group of members who are very interested in this, and probably goes more into the enterprise sector. Microsoft also offers what they call the Azure Peering Service, which is kind of a managed peering service with Microsoft, which comes with an SLA from Microsoft and gives a little bit more granular control over how your traffic from Microsoft gets back to your network. So quite a bit happening in the background there. We do our current goal. Well, internally the project is called Cloud for Christmas. So our current plan is to launch, at least with the initial partners, cloud providers, to launch it before the end of the year, and we're confident that that's going to happen on that side of things. So those are a couple of things that we're currently working on. There's more work happening in the back end, and hopefully we'll continue to give a bit more regular updates on where we go with products, and always happy to hear feedback from all of you.